Hey everyone. So you will be seeing this on the what is it going to be? The 20 not the 26th, but the 29th. That's right, the 29th. Oh no, it's the 29th. What is it going to be? Because I have two. One's for the 26th, one's for the 27th, which was the one I did prior to this. This will be the 28th. You'll be seeing this on the 28th. That's right, on Wednesday, June 28th. Again, trying to get ahead of myself because my mom, as I've told you, is off. So try to get some content to you while I can. But here, we're going to look at my overall Transformers comic book collection, graphic novels, regular issues, and even crossovers that I have in my possession. So yes, we're going to look at them all and everything. So let's get started, shall we? So the first ones I want to bring up are ones that tie into the 2007 movie. These are, I think, published by IDW around, I think, the time IDW got the rights to it. And these are the original movie prequels to the film. This is issue 2, and this is issue 1. So issue 2 and issue 1 right here. And this one has a wraparound cover, as you could tell, which I think is really, really cool. And I got these at a comic shop in Lawrence, a comic shop that was on Main Street, and it was looking for. So yeah, I got these courtesy of over my possession just in time for the movie, and I do apologize for any lag there if you saw any lag. I've got a new SD card on the way, which is more compatible with 4K than. But yeah, I got these, like I said, in Lawrence, Kansas. I don't know if they're in business now or not. But what's ironic is in the little plaza that's right next to the apartment complex where I used to live, there is, and I don't know if it's still there, a comic shop. And I know, and I'm looking at that, and I'm thinking, man, if I would have stayed a little bit longer, I would have been able to go to that comic shop right next door, no problem. Maybe even have a job there. Who knows? But yeah, these are the two comics I got from one comic shop on Main Street in Lawrence, Kansas. So yeah, we got that. So I'm gonna put these like that. I'm gonna try to get them back in order as much as I can. Then next up we have issues 1. We have issue what is it? What issue is this one? We have issue 2A. Yeah, that's how they labeled them. Issue 1 and issue 2-A or 2A. And then we have issue, which one is this one? Issue 2B, so 2A and 2B. So 1 and 2 variant covers of issue 2. Then here we have issue 5A, 5-A. Basically, they labeled it. Excuse me. They labeled it those ways because you would have basically. I think if I read these, I think you kind of get the same story. I think I'm not really sure. Yeah, you get the same story. It's just the reason they labeled it 2A and 2B is because of the variant covers that you would get. Like 2A, I think was the one they would sell on the bookshelves at places like Walden Books and everything, and this was the one you would have to get like online or something. So yeah, no those, and then here's issue 5A, and these are all by IDW, if you will, all by IDW. So these are the IDW ones I have right there, and I think I have a little bit more. Then here we have some Dreamwave comics. We have some Dreamwaves, because Dreamwave, before IDW, had the rights to publish the Transformers in comic book form. So here we have Transformers, and I got these at Half Price Bookstore in Lawrence, Kansas. They still have the sticker there too. You can see right there. They still have the sticker and everything. So here I have issue 1 of the Dreamwave comics. I was very fortunate to find that there. Try to separate these, and it's got a wraparound cover too. And they started to base. Dreamwave was trying to do G1, trying to base it in G1. So I thought that was cool. So let's see where I'm going to place this. I'll place this right here. And then we have issue, let me see if I got this in order, issue 3. And you want to know how old these were? That was the newest Transformer series that was out. Yeah, Armada. So yeah, they were basing these in G1. And I think they were supposed to be a little bit darker at times. Like them and IDW basically said, yeah, we're going to make these a little darker than usual. And that's kind of what they did. So I have that. Then we have issue 4 right here. And again, this is how old it is. Look at that. And this is 2002. These comics that I have in my hand are 21 years old, or about 21 years old. And these are some, and I think this is the one that that Linkara, did a review on, or at least it's part of it. He did a review on or something. Let's see if it's got what I think it does in it. If it's got what I think it does, or not, probably have to go into future issues for that. But yeah, this is part of the Dreamwave comics, I should say, the Dreamwave run that they had. And this is issue 4, like I said, issue 4. And then here we have issue 8. Here we have issue 8 and everything. And yeah, I think this might have it because I think it ran for a while and everything. I think it ran for a while and all that. But yeah, that's issue 8 of it. And also at a time, Titan Books was releasing these, and I do have this one. I'm not gonna dig it out or anything, but I do have I think these two right here, or at least yeah, I think I have these two right here. So, and what these were basically were reprints by Titan Books for the Marvel G1 series. These were releases of them, and I think show these in my non-Sonic graphic video that I did. So, graphic novel trade paperback video I did. So, I'll link that here. I'll link the playlist here so you guys can check that out. But I do have these two basically in my possession. So I'll link the video where you can find those there. But this is issue 8, and it's got Minosaur on there. Then next up, I was very happy when I found out about this, and I was like, oh, I got to get my hands on it. And like I said, I went to the same comic shop that I had before to get my hands on it. And it is Transformers, the movie, the IDW adaptation. And basically, just like with any adaptation, they basically reuse. They reuse essentially. They not reuse, but they basically adapt a lot of the scenes as best they can, but also add in a few scenes as well. And you want to know how old this is? That's how old. This is being released in time for the 20th anniversary of the film when it was coming out on DVD for the first time, and that was like years before Blu-ray. And they did the Blu-ray, I think, for the 25th, I think. The 30th, I think. They did the Blu-ray for the 30th, I believe. And the reason this was more, the reason this added in a little bit more and everything is because when I was watching Mr. Normal, because that's one of the people I'm watching at times, he did a video talking about Unicron and everything, and he talked about how he was, well, not Unicron, he was talking about Shockwave in the video, and he said that Shockwave died in the in the film, and pretty much the script even called for that. And this is what I'm talking about right here, because I think it's here somewhere. Yeah, Shockwave basically, gets blasted to pieces. So yeah, but yeah, I was, like I said, I was really happy that they were bringing this out, and I was like, oh, I got to get this. So I have another version of the film to have in my possession, but mainly in comic book form. So it's issues 1, 2, and 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4 all together. So I was just happy to have that. Then I went online, went to Mile High Comics, and I had to get the original release. Let me get these in order. The original release of the comic book adaptation by Marvel, and these were released back when the movie came out. These were the original comic book releases of when the movie first came out. So that's pretty cool. So I have the IDW one, and I have the original Marvel releases, comic book adaptation of the movie as well, which is really cool to have. And then, of course, I have a G.I. Joe Transformers crossover from Marvel right here. That's really cool. And it was a it was a 4-issue miniseries that they did. So I thought that was really cool, but have that, which is really nice. Then, of course, DDP also was a publication for Transformers, and they did a couple of Transformers G.I. Joe crossover comics, which I do have. It's really cool. So yeah, these are crossovers between all the characters, mainly in a miniseries of Art of War and stuff like that. And then this one is by Image when they had the license. So here we have this one. So yeah, they had there was a lot of comic book publications that had the rights to Transformers, and then of course you can't have a Transformers collection without some of the classic Marvel stuff as well. And some of these I actually had when I was a kid. This is issue 4 in the 4-issue in what was supposed to be a 4-issue miniseries. Have that right there. And then some of these I have when I was a kid, so I ended up getting them. I ended up going online and getting them again. We have issue 10 of Marvel, and then issue 11. And you want to know how old these comics are? That's old. That's how old they are, my friend. They're that old and everything. So yeah, basically, they were out when the Morpho droids were a thing. So yeah, issues 10 and 11. And I used to read these back when I was like in Kansas and everything. Well, not Kansas, but when I would go to, okay, let me rewind. Okay. I used to read those when me and my family would go camping at Lake Comanche.